Welcome. We are here to do some Etsy Q&A. I like to go live once a week to look at your shops and give you feedback. We also have some really cool trainings happening. Actually, if you have low traffic, we have a training coming up this afternoon. It's so interesting. We did a poll on Instagram, and most of you thought that you had a problem converting your traffic. However, the real problem is what the traffic is, who the traffic is, and how little of it you have. So if you have a low conversion rate, let's talk a little bit about conversion rates. A lot of people think, oh, my conversion rate is low, I just need to get it up. Well, if you are targeting the wrong people who might not ever even buy your product, your conversion rate's always going to be low. So one of the first things that we fix when it comes to conversion rates is actually the type of traffic we're getting. Are you even getting in front of a potential buyer, or are you getting in front of low quality traffic that wouldn't convert? So essentially lead quality. So it's more of a lead quality conversation, which ties back to traffic. Where's your traffic coming from? What keywords are you showing up under? And are you getting enough of that traffic? So let's do a little exercise. And for anyone here, can you go ahead and put into the chat, how many listings do you have in your shop? How many listings do you have in your shop? Okay, go ahead and let me know how many listings. Do you have 10? Do you have 20? Do you have 30? And then we're going to multiply that by 20. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we'll do this little exercise. If you want me to put your shop in, I will do that too. See here. There we go. All right, so I'll pull open a random shop from our Facebook group. Our Facebook group has about 15,400 people in it. If you want to join that, feel free. It's free. So MBIL, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But, okay, 38 listings, 10 listings. What you're going to do is a little math. We're going to do a little math together. You are going to take the number of listings you have. So let's say 38. You're going to multiply it by 20. This number, the number of listings times 20, is the traffic that you want to be getting to your shop every day. So then you go to your shop and, you go to your shop, you click, let me get into a different one. You click on your traffic. Today, I have no listings in this shop shell, but you'd go to your traffic today and you'd see the visits. And does this, if you had 38 listings, you'd want to be seeing that up at like 760. So that is how you know if you have a traffic problem. If you're at 8 listings in a day, I have no listings even, by the way. So it's crazy I have any traffic. But if you are at 8 and you should be at 760, we have a traffic problem. If you have 10 listings, I see the person there said they have 10. You should be seeing 200 visits a day. I'm talking visits, not views. Not views. This is going to be super inflated. Visits is what we're looking for. Visits. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, if you have a traffic problem, what do we do to fix that? Number one is definitely come to my training in an hour and a half. It's like 2 hours from now. And we'll show you how to fix your SEO because you definitely have an SEO problem. So you just click Save My Spot and you just put in your name, email, and you're there. It's free. This is a free class. Okay, so we'll teach you about SEO, and that's in 2 o'clock Pacific time today. And if you do register, there is a replay. I do know there is a replay for this one, so you have nothing to lose except for learning about SEO, which you most likely have a traffic problem if you're not hitting those goals. Now, the big thing that we'll be talking about at this training is customer-centric SEO. Most of you have product-centric SEO, and that's why you have an issue. That's why you're not getting in front of the right customers, because you're missing customer-centric SEO. And that's normal, by the way, because as the seller, we're thinking about our products. We're thinking about the details. We know the details of that product. And so with this, you will learn in this short class how to transform your SEO from product-centric to customer-centric. Okay. Why 20 visits per day? I would say, good question. I would say because of the amount of active buyers coming to the platform and compared to the number of sellers. And did you guys know that the actual number of buyers is outpacing the number of sellers right now, which is a huge opportunity for you. So come to the training, you just click save your spot. We'll be talking about building listings live. I'm going to take some of your listings from the chat and fix them live too. Cool. And we'll also be talking about Shopify SEO as well on this. Just a little surprise. If you do Shopify, we'll be talking a little bit about that too. Okay. What questions do we have today? There's actually another source of traffic that's Pinterest. Do you guys, and let me show you actually the power of Pinterest. I'm going to show you the power of Pinterest here. Is everyone here using Pinterest for traffic? Pinterest is another thing. Actually, it shows on mobile, but I have to change it to 11. This is my shop. My shop won't take all the data. So on Pinterest, you can see Pinterest is free traffic. You see that here? Is everyone using Pinterest for their shop? Oh, let me make myself a little smaller. There we go. Do you see the Pinterest traffic there? Pinterest is huge for traffic, and we have a really cool boot camp coming up. We are partnering with Jenna Kutcher on her Pinterest boot camp. And so Pinterest is huge for free traffic. It's insane. It's free, and what you do on Pinterest today can be helping you. You can see it drove 21% of my traffic came from social media, and Pinterest was actually the majority of that. So you can see, like, you can kind of see how many visits. I mean, it's a lot of traffic. And so with Pinterest, we're doing a boot camp. Jenna's doing a boot camp. Oops. Let me grab that. Okay. Hang on. My internet looks like it's out. Hang on a moment. Okay. So Pinterest, we're doing a boot camp. And I'm going to get you the link to join that. But if you're not using Pinterest for your Etsy shop, that's like just such a missed opportunity. There we go. So we're doing a partnership with Jenna Kutcher. So you can click on this here. And she's doing a really great training January 25th through 29th. So that will be phenomenal. I'll put the link to that in the chat. Okay, so go ahead and grab that. And then what questions do we have? Let's go ahead and get answering some of your questions. We always have interesting questions here. Here's the good one. This person, oh no. Let's grab there. Valentine's Day teacher sweatshirt. All right, the SEO is broken. Why is it broken? She needs to come to the SEO training. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. First of all, you don't need plurals. Second of all, you don't need to repeat keywords. Sweatshirt, sweatshirt, sweatshirt. Second of all, let's take a look at the shop. All right. So just a branding tip. And 523 sales, but in a year. A good goal is 100 sales a month when you're starting out. We always want to know what you want to be known for in your shop banner and products specifically. Dream Daisy Design Shop Valentine's Day sale up to 50% off store-wide, free shipping on orders over $35. First of all, that's going to be very difficult to read on mobile, nearly impossible to read on the little mobile screen. Second of all, it doesn't show us what you want to be known for. Okay, so keep that in mind. Third, we really want to focus on strong evergreen listings that sell year round. My concern is with the amount of holiday listings we have that are still in the shop after the holidays ended, we have a lot of what I would call dead weight in the shop. Dead weight, these aren't going to sell. It's just taking up space, but it's like not paying rent. So every listing, think of every listing as something that should be paying rent in your shop, and these are not. And so these also, holiday listings, they are a start-stop listing, which means when you publish it, it has a certain amount of runtime, and then it dies. It's like a death date. That's what I call it. It's going to die, and it's definitely going to die. It's a non-negotiable. It doesn't have the opportunity to build a snowball of revenue history throughout the year because it is a start-stop listing. And you're putting effort into optimizing it and creating it for it to definitely die. So keep that in mind. I really recommend focusing primarily on evergreen. And my concern with this shop is a lot of the evergreen is outdated. You know, like this is an example, homebody. A lot of the evergreen is outdated and maybe things that have been seen on Etsy before, but we're not bringing in any trends that are outside of Etsy. And we want to make sure we do that. So my main concern is the product mix. I also see a lot of t-shirts. And in order to have what I call a dynamic product mix, where we have different listings that have different purposes, and it allows you to sell more things to each customer, we need to have what I call the 7 types of products. And so it's a framework we use for having different listings that have different purposes, makes such a difference. And it allows you to serve that customer in more ways for more years, because think about how many t-shirts do you buy per month? More than, like, do you really buy more than 2 or 3? Is two or 3 seems like a lot. I'm thinking at this point, all the t-shirts I get are like free. How many tops do you buy per month? And how many shirts are you buying from Etsy per month? And you want to think of each customer as like a potential bank for you, right? They can buy one thing with you, but then you're just chasing a new transaction every time. Instead, you want to serve each customer in many more ways than one for at least 4 to 7 years. So you acquire that customer and you serve them for a much longer time. And that's called focusing on the lifetime value of your customer. This is just a business principle. LTV is what we call it. And when you're an Etsy shop, you definitely want to focus on that, because LTV, that's how you get a snowball of sales. That's how you get, let's say, 500 sales in 5 months and then 5,000 sales after a year. If you're trying to do that in snowball, you've got to keep serving those same 500 customers you've acquired in the beginning, keep serving them over and over. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, you're just chasing new transactions. So we need a much stronger evergreen thread through this shop so they have more consistent growth. Okay. What other questions do we have? Any questions in the chat? Put your link to your shop in the chat if you would like me to take a peek. Let's see here. I did put up a post and I actually asked who is okay. Great question. Yes. So, can the titles and descriptions generated with SEO be used on Shopify or WooCommerce? We actually have an integration with Shopify that we are announcing on the training today. So, Cedric, yes. Shopify, yes. Now, it is different SEO. Shopify will have different SEO than Etsy. So, we have our tool, he's referring to our tool called Etsio. That gives you different sets of SEO based on the platform you're selling on. And then we are going to be looking to expand into TikTok Shop or Instagram Shop next. Looks like Instagram was voted on. So that's what we're seeing the demand for right now. Okay. This person says they thought they created awesome designs. Well, let's take a look. Now, beware, I am honest. Digital Proma, AKAXK. There we go. Okay. So these are, your SEO is totally broken, number one. Number two, we have no idea what you want to be known for. 100% satisfaction, you have no sales. Okay. This is not the right way to build authority in a business. What do you want to be known for? I have no idea. This is your biggest visual real estate up here, and we have no idea who you want to sell to, who you want to appeal to, which customers you align with. Who are your customers? Are they profitable customers? So we're missing customer first, product second, that foundation. You might as well start over, to be honest. And that's hard to say, but it's, if you want to see results, you need to have a customer first, product second approach. Otherwise, who is this aligning with? Who are we trying to appeal to with this? Is this like, a 10-year-old? Is this like a grandma? It's not a teenager. It's not a college student. It's not a young adult, most likely. So who is this customer? Our SEO is very broken, where it's all very truncated. This is like stuffing short-tailed keywords, heart, bow, together. This is not a t-shirt, yet you're trying to show up under Valentine's Day t-shirt. So the relevancy is missing, and Etsy will penalize you for that pretty significantly. Not to mention, we have 2026 New Year's stuff, and then you're jumping right into chasing holidays. You do not want any holiday stuff in your shop unless you have 100 orders. No holiday listings until you have 100 orders. Why is that? Because I don't want you to waste your time creating listings that won't build any momentum. You're creating what I called start-stop listings. They start, they stop. You only have a couple weeks left of this, and then it's done. And so, in best case scenario, you get 2 sales on a couple of these, and then these listings get deactivated. They're not even helping your shop anymore. So you don't even have any listings in your shop that have sales because the holiday has passed and they're deactivated. So this is basically, you need like a really clean foundation. We need an overhaul. I would clear everything out of here. And if you want to sell PNGs, SVGs, things, maybe designs for print on demand sellers, or maybe more of a B2B customer, maybe a hobbyist, maybe it's B2C, maybe it's more of a hobbyist who has like a Cricut or something. We can do that, but it's a very different strategy for building the product mix. And it's customer first, product second. What is the aesthetic that your customer even is attracted to? Because if there's not product market fit, you're not going to get traffic. You're not going to convert the traffic. We're just like dead in the water. So we have a lot of work to do here. If you want to, and the thing is, if you're creating a shop, you might as well do it right. Otherwise, you're wasting all of your time. You could be driving Uber. You could be doing Instacart grocery delivery. You could be babysitting. You could be cleaning people's houses, washing cars, mowing people's lawns. If you're trying to make quick money, you might as well do that versus doing the wrong strategies on Etsy. If that is your goal, is if you really are trying to make money. If you're trying to kill time, this is the thing. If you're trying to kill time, do this. Do this. You have time in your day to fill. Then it really doesn't matter, right? If you're just enjoying the process of designing and throwing things up there. But if you're trying to make money, and that's the big thing. I really speak to people who are trying to build a business that is making money, then you might as well do it the right way. Okay. And if you are, here, let me go ahead and show you something. We have a training on Monday, actually Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 20th, and it's actually 4 mistakes that's killing your Etsy traffic. It's a free masterclass. So definitely join this. Definitely join this, because it will also reveal if we're getting the wrong traffic. And that could be something to do with your product mix. We are limiting this to 200 seats. Okay, 200 seats. You click on it, you save your spot. We have an option on the 20th and the 27th. So the 20th or the 27th. You can see the time zone and everything. It's all there. And on this, simple SEO you can do as a beginner. This shop, where was it? Needs all new SEO, right? We can't put up listings with this type of SEO. So you'll learn simple SEO that you can do as a beginner, why deleting 50 to 90% of your listings can double your traffic. Let me show you something very interesting. I have a client who had 1,100 listings. I got to show you guys this. This is fascinating. And if you're not convinced, watch this. She had 1,100 listings. Actually, here it is. Okay. She had 1,130 listings. She removed 1,000 listings from her shop, leaving 130. In the past, she used to do 6 to 7 items per week. Now, 7 items in the last 24 hours. I'm telling you, this works. So we will be showing you how to, in which listings to remove, by the way. 50 to 90% of your listings, it's a lot. And we're going to actually give you the guide on this free class. We're going to be giving it to you in the chat, how to know which listings to delete. We'll be going over the rule of 8. It's kind of a guide for how to create your listings. And then free traffic hacks, things that your competition has no idea how to do, which I love. Always finding a competitive advantage where it's like, at some point when you stack competitive advantages, you realize like you don't have any real competition. That's kind of always been my MO with building businesses, is stack those competitive advantages that other people just haven't figured out. And you're kind of unstoppable at that point. So some free traffic hacks, things your competition doesn't know how to do. These are not things on YouTube. Definitely come to this. You do not need to be doing ads. That alone will save you so much money if you come to this class. If you come to this class and literally do nothing but take the 4 steps, you can shut your ads off, and that will be so worth your time. So who here is coming to the class? Anyone? Is anyone registered? We have it on the 20th and 27th. It's a really, really important topic. Let's pull up another shop while we wait. Let's see here. The Nature's Spell Book. What is that? Oh boy. Okay, SEO problems, a lot of SEO problems. This is a big thing. Never, ever, ever take Etsy's recommended titles. Actually, I just did an SEO training this morning, and the chat suddenly flooded with people saying how taking Etsy's recommended titles like completely crashed their traffic into the ground. It wrecked their shop. One lady, she said it wrecked her shop for 6 months when she did that. So do not take Etsy's recommended titles. We have done this on over 10,000 listings, A/B testing, and have found that these titles will actually really mess up your shop for a decent amount of time. It takes a while to get the shop back in good traffic graces. So, yeah, that's like one of the biggest things with this shop that I saw. It's that all of the titles need to be updated. We need new pricing strategies. When you are testing the same product with different listings, we definitely need different positioning. So different positioning means your customer, price point, the vibe, the aesthetic, the value proposition of that product can be different in different images. So value proposition, combination of your photo and price point. What is that? The value proposition, I'm seeing this with this. What if it was one little, is that called a hop? I don't know what that's called exactly, but one little leaf thing and then this price point. Okay, that's a much worse value proposition. What if she had 10 times the amount of these little leaf green things? Hops? Is this like, I honestly don't even know what this is. Maybe an herb? What if she had 10 times the amount? What if it was like a big wheelbarrow full of these things in the price point of $15.80? Well, that's a better value proposition. There's different ways to do it. It's not just adding more of the product, but the point is there's a lot to be done here. Okay. A/B testing value propositions, SEO, pricing strategies. Let's pull open another one. Value edge. Let's pull open that one. And this is just high level. On my coaching calls, we go really in depth and we start like giving examples of new keywords and things, but let's just get through as many as we can here. Okay, so here we go. SVGs, custom portraits. Okay. I would say there's a lot we can do, value edge, to improve and elevate the brand. So first of all, improving and elevating the brand itself. And branding is not just colors and logo. It's a lot more than that. But right now, it just looks a little outdated. We want to update your SEO in a huge way. So yeah, there's a lot of SEO updates that need to be made, but also there's 18 types of photos for a higher conversion rate. And really, we only just have like a couple. We're not optimized for mobile or Pinterest. No site merchandising. And there's a lot you can do to increase your click-through rate on your thumbnails. So reworking thumbnails is a big one. It's a big one. Okay. This would actually be a really good class for you to come to. I'm curious how your traffic is, but one risk with your shop is cannibalizing your traffic and competing with yourself in a pretty big way. So on this training we're doing, on this class, you're probably cannibalizing your traffic quite a bit with how your product mix is set up. So what this will do is show you how to ensure that every listing is set up to drive the 20 visits per listing per day. Because right now you're competing with yourself pretty significantly in search. Okay. Yeah, who is coming to the class? I would love to see. You just click, it's super easy. There are 200 seats. So once those 200 seats are taken, this link will not work. It might just redirect to something else, like a free resource or something. But you pick your day, you pick your time, and you put in your name and email, and then we text you a reminder. Okay. And then you just click register. And then you get an invitation, and we remind you and everything that here's the link to join. There is Q&A on the class. Part of this class, we're doing a couple things for the first time. We're giving away a shop audit. We are giving this away, 17 secret Etsy traffic drivers, and then actually a secret link to access our program when you attend live. So that's huge. That is huge. Plus, there's going to be more bonuses as well. Yeah, it's definitely live. That's why there's 2 times, and it is on the 20th and 27th. It's blocked on my calendar. So 10 a.m. Pacific and 9 a.m. 20th and 26th. I don't know why I thought the 27th. 20th and 26th, 9 a.m. Yep, totally live, Cedric. We'd love to have you there. I think the big thing is, if you're not seeing results in your shop, like, we got to change our actions. Doing more of what is not working doesn't make it work. And we have this cool area right now of our program. And some of you, if you're in our program, you've been in here, but we have this area that is going to be open to the public. But we have results. Look at this. Loss leader is working. Our loss leader strategy, $10,000. Amazing. First day with 3 sales in it. I mean, these are all things 5 hours ago. $142 product sold 5 times already a week ago. People will share their stories and everything. But you can see, I mean, these strategies that we teach actually do work. And they work in real time. This is 2 days ago. So what we teach on these master classes, they're totally free classes. Wow, look at this. This person started in July. They did $343 in sales that month, and now $4,500 in the first 12 days of the month. Been on Etsy for 11 years. Wow. Anyways, these get updated every day with new posts, so I haven't even read those before. But we do teach those strategies on the training, so definitely join us if you're looking for a different result. That's the main thing. If you're looking for better results, views up 1,500%, marketing and SEO, so that's outside of Etsy, offsite traffic up 200%, focusing on Dylan's SEO strategies. Yeah. So if you want a different result in your shop, take different actions, educate yourself, go to free classes, master classes that are proven, okay? Proven classes, not watching random YouTube videos that try to tell you if you sell mugs, you'll make $10,000 a month or something like that. Proven business principles, SEO strategies that work real time, updated strategies. There's lots of updates happening. Etsy has new leadership coming in later this month, transitions. So stay up to date with what's working. And if you do, this platform is phenomenal. Like, you can make so much money if you stay up to date and with the right strategies. If you spend your time on all the wrong actions, it'll be a total waste of your time. You might as well, be driving Uber or something. And so, yeah, if you're willing to learn some new strategies, we love, this to me is, this is not a drug to me. I don't want to say it's like a drug to me, but seeing the growth and the building and the momentum 4x to her last year's revenue, that's why we do this. So awesome. Oh, Keisha is here. Keisha is one of our students. She's here in the house. She has a YouTube channel too, you guys. But yeah, definitely join the training. It's on Tuesday, the 20th, and then Monday, the 26th. We'll be talking about traffic. Keisha, we actually, here, it's actually, I'll put this in the chat, but we have different courses, we have different coaching models. And if you click on our services page, you'll see we have different customizations available. We have all these different add-ons. If you look at even like our pricing page, we just updated our website actually, but it's fully customized for your needs. Starting at a couple $100 a month. We had 2 options a couple years ago. It did not best serve our customers. So over the last couple of years, we've created over 400 custom options to fit different budgets and needs, because everyone needs a different level of support. So ultimately, we don't want cost to be the reason you can't get help. And when you book a call with us, we build a custom option for you. I'll put this in the chat if you want to check it out. But yeah, I'll put that in the chat there. Regardless of like our paid services, right, which are all customized and built for you specifically in your shop on the call, definitely just come to the free class, because the free class doesn't cost you anything, and it's easy. It's about an hour. You can't, yeah, it's really, really worth it. Oh my gosh, Keisha implemented the strategies for the end of the year when January is usually slow, and we are up 41% so far year over year. The system works, guys. That's insane, Keisha. For January, you're up 41%. That's wild. And Keisha, she was doing well last year. So that's incredible. Keisha, I was just thinking about doing some, like hometown visits. I was thinking you would be really fun to come visit and see your whole setup and film it and do like a big, I don't know, behind the scenes of your setup. She's one of our students who's been with us for a while. So yeah, and she's still up 41% year over year, which is insane. So yeah, system works, come to the class. And Keisha, I'll have to send you a message about my ideas. Focused on wedding season this time. Good call. Good call. Yeah, and that's what I did wedding and baby, and Q1 and Q2 were my biggest quarters, which I loved, because then Q4, which is holiday season, it's my slowest time, which I prefer, because that's when my kids are home and, you just have more time with them. Yeah, she says, yes, come see us. We have some cool setups in the house. Okay, I'll take that as an invitation. Okay, guys. All right, I hope this was helpful. Join the training. It's totally free, masterclass. Keisha can vouch for it. She's up 40%. She was crushing it last year. So the fact that she's still increasing says a lot. And so if her revenue is up like that, I'm sure her traffic is too. These strategies really work. Would love to have you there. And just for showing up, you're going to get some really great free resources. So huge, huge value that you can only get for coming to the class. All right, guys, I will see you later. And if you're joining my SEO training this afternoon, I'll see you there. If you were on my one this morning, you would have seen me like mentally crash and burn on a live training. The internet dropped 3 times and I wanted to jump out the window. I really did, except for there were a few hundred people there. And so I didn't. But this afternoon's SEO free SEO training, it is an example, I will say, of how to snap back. So you can watch in real time. Here it is. I'll put it here. In real time, an entrepreneur, you click on the link in the chat. This is in like an hour and a half or an hour and 20 minutes. Real time, an entrepreneur going from falling on her face in the morning, mental breakdown, live on camera, to now snapping back and approaching this training with a different format, different perspective. And if you came to the morning one, honestly, I think you'd learn a lot by coming to this one, because you'll see a difference. So yeah, never give up, Keisha. She learned that from me. So yeah, we're gonna snap back this afternoon. All right, I'll see you guys on the training. It's totally free. You'll learn about SEO and how to increase your traffic from the Etsy platform itself. And I'll see you very soon, guys. All right.